The last video was a little bit loud, so I calmed the music down a little bit so we can actually hear and enjoy the voiceover. Let's just skip all that. We don't need all the fancy stuff. We're here for some crunching action, and that's what we're gonna get today. You got a crush on Jesus? If you do, you're in the right place. If you want some epic gameplay, well, you might have to go find another YouTube channel. Man, sometimes God will just use you in ways that you don't not even know that He's using you. One time I went to this church. It was a street church, and I just felt like the guy was giving like you know, if you have something you want to say, go up to the front and just like speak your mind. What's God doing in your life? And people were giving their testimony, and I felt like I should go up and just, you know, say something. And then something just hit me in my spirit, man. My belly, you know, on your innermost being before rivers of living water. And I was just remembering this sermon that I listened to on my MP3 player of this guy David Wilkerson. And he said something like this, just this one phrase: God hasn't brought you this far to give up on you. And that's all I'm gonna say. That was the word of the Lord. I didn't even know what the word of the Lord was. Like, if someone can prophesy, but people in the Bible prophesy without even knowing about it. So I'm sure, like, you know, why not? So I'm waiting to go up, and these people are taking so long. But finally, the crowd cleared up, and then as soon as I step up to the microphone, I grab the microphone, and I'm just gonna say it. And I didn't say, "Thus saith God." I didn't even think it was a prophetic word. I was just gonna encourage people, you know. God hasn't brought you this far to give up on you. And so I grabbed the microphone. I said, "Listen, God hasn't brought you this far to give up on you." And some guy looks over at me, and he just busts into tears. And I said some more other stuff. I quoted some scriptures. I think it's in Corinthians, somewhere like that. And the guy came up running up to me afterwards with tears in his eyes. He's like, "It's been so hard on the streets, man." Like, because these people live on the streets and stuff like that, and they just want to give up. I said, listen, like, God's begun to work in you, and He's not going to give up on you. You know, don't give up on Him. And just stay tight with God. So that's what this whole video is about, man. So many things are hard in the world, but it's like God hasn't brought us this far to give up on us. So we shouldn't ever give up on Him. He wants us to go from glory to glory by ever beholding Him. And the more we behold Him, the more we get courage and encouragement to just press in deeper and deeper into His heart.
Sugar crush.
And then you quickly realize that all the stuff that we did for God, apart from God, is dead works. Remember, Jesus Christ Himself said, you know, it's the Father who does the works in you. You know, so what are we wearing ourselves out for? The easiest thing that we can do, the foundation, is love God.
Sweet.
Everything flows out of that. It's like, if you love God, you'll keep His commands. Jesus said that, you know, if you love me, you'll keep my commands or whatever. It's not a threat. It's like, that's the key to keeping the commands of God, is to just loving Him. And then, how about this? Well, you want to share your testimony of Jesus. You want to let people know that Jesus is good and Jesus is alive. Jesus is real today.
Delicious.
And how about this? Peter, do you love me? Yeah, Jesus, of course you know that I love you. Feed my sheep. Peter, do you love me? Yes, I love you, Jesus. Feed my lambs. And then he asked him the third time, and Peter was grieved. Do you love me, Peter?
Tasty.
And he's like, yes, of course you know that I love you, Jesus. Feed my sheep, feed my lambs.
Sugar.
What is Jesus teaching Peter? It's not about doing stuff for Him. It's not about being all like powerful in the flesh. It's about loving Him, Because the sheep will not eat food without love. Love is the foundation.
Tasty.
If we don't have God's love within those nutrients of the food, it's going to become the knowledge of good and evil. Death. There's no life in it. God is life. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And His love within the food gives it the nutrients to help us grow as spirits. So, don't stress out about doing stuff for God. Fall in love with God. And you'll find that the Father will be doing stuff through you. You may not even know that He's doing stuff through you. It just comes off as like, oh, this is a good idea to tell people about Jesus. Not because I have to, because I want people to know how amazing He is. And then it just doesn't become dead works, it becomes living works.
Sweet.
And we could say, we could be like Peter there. Hold on a second. I'm gonna finish the stage. Yes, Jesus, we love you. And that love connection is gonna bring fuel into that food. And it's gonna give nutrients to your sheep. Who's God's sheep? Anyone who will hear His voice and obey. Amen? Alright, see you guys in the next video.